The U.S. sanctions on Russia is only going to hurt you and me. You heard me right. The sanctions on Russia are only going to hurt you and me and our stocks and our real estate and our equities and so on. And here's why. Okay. For example, you heard that Apple is not going to sell any more computers in Russia. Well, Russia is a big nation. Guess what's going to happen to Apple stocks? It's not going to go up. It's going to come down because they're not going to be able to hit their forecast uh, revenues, right? They're going to be down 33%. I don't know what the sales in Russia is. Maybe 33%, maybe 40%. Who knows? But big chunk of their sales. Same thing is going to happen to Ford. They said they're not going to sell cars there anymore. Same thing is going to happen to all these companies that are selling in Russia, like McDonald's and so on. So they're going to see a big chunk of depreciation or big chunk of losses of revenue, which then is going to trickle down into their stocks because their stocks are going to be coming down because the evaluations is not the same because they're not making the same amount of money. And then you're going to see bots and stuff like that sell these stocks because of losses, right? Because everything's like algorithm. And so we're going to see in the equity market massive losses coming like we never seen before. My calculations of 40 to 60% was without the war. And we saw that happen before the Ukraine war, okay? However, not only are we going to see major losses in the equities in the stock market because of lost sales or lost revenues from not being able to sell to a big country, okay, we're also going to suffer majorly in prices. Now, prices are going to for sure be hyperinflation. What I mean is prices are going to extremely rocket if the product is available because a lot of the products are not going to be available. For example, Russia is a commodity export. They produce like iron and not iron, metals and stuff like that that Bowie needs, or agricultural products like fertilizers that the U.S. farmers use, and so on and so on. Okay, so all those resources that are really needed in America because we don't produce them here, we get them from there, are now going to be cut off. For example, another example is the fuel, gas, okay? Um, and that's going to just rocket up prices. Back in 2019, I said that gas and fuel price at the pump is going to be $9. Everyone laughed. We're getting there now. But that's with the war coming up and major production of oil being not coming to America from Russia, that's even going to explode that number. Who knows? So maybe $19 an hour. Okay, I mean an hour, gallon. Sorry, freestyling all this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So the point of the story is that not only the corporations in America are going to take a deep hit, and not only the equities of these corporations are going to take a deep hit, which means the people are going to take a deep hit in their pocketbooks. At the same time, the price of everyday item is just skyrocketing. So the average person is going to be getting squeezed at multiple directions. Their equities and then how they felt rich, what I call their phantom wealth, is going to disappear and vaporize in front of them. Their equities are going to come down. Their home equities, their stock markets, their 401s, their retirements, are all going to have less value. At the same time, because they're going to have high expenditure of products, like from their gas to their rent to their this to their that to that, everything's going to go up. And if there's those products are even available, because in many situations these products will not even be available because A, we don't produce anything here in America, and two, the countries that may produce stuff may not sell their raw materials to us anymore, because of all the sanctions. Okay, and the number 3 point, which is this is the most important part, is that this accelerates the dethroning of the dollar. This accelerates the fall of the dollar, and that's going to hurt Americans even most. Okay, because we don't know what it is not to beat the world reserve currency. This is a reason why even the poorest ghettos in America are literally richer than some of the richest places in the world. Okay, people don't realize that. Okay, that some of the ghettos in America are doing 10 times better than some of the nice parts in the world. Other places ghettos are even more crazier than Americans ghetto, and the reason is because we have the world reserve currency. Now, with that being gone or diluted or less and less countries are going to be using that because they just saw that censored, we cut off, we sanctioned a whole country, not only the government but even the individual people. So that's going to make a lot of people wake up to realize that censorship sucks. Like, for example, Ethereum and MetaMask, which is a wallet for Ethereum, just censored people. And Ethereum is supposed to be decentralized, okay? Um, Same thing has happened with uh, Coinbase. They censored some Russians' wallets, right? So we're kind of getting to the point where everyone's starting going to get wake up to realize that, hey, if you want your life energy to be confiscated, then keep using the dollar, keep using the Swiss system. But if you don't want that, then there's other options like Bitcoin, okay? Because even platforms like Ethereum that say they're decentralized, we're seeing that they're not being decentralized because somehow big corporations own the infrastructure or the pipeline and they can control the information that goes through there, right? Unlike Bitcoin, okay? So the point of the story is the third shell, the third bombing is going to be the most craziest because when we lose the world petrodollar status, then we're going to have a really hard time making it in the world because A, we don't produce stuff, B, a lot of people are not going to send their stuff to us, we don't have factories, and whatever we can find is going to be skyrocketed. And at the same time, we're probably going to have a situation where we collapse like USSR, right? Where of economic running out of money, basically, right? Even though we print the money, when people don't want to accept our money, then, that's when we run out of money, basically, okay? So, there's a lot of craziness out there right now, and, it is scary at times. I've never, been in this situation where we've been so close to, everyone getting extinct like dinosaurs because some big brothers want to fight with other big brothers and they don't care what the people want. Um, that's crazy. But at the same time, I think that a lot of money is going to be made if the world continues and we don't nuke ourselves in these opportunities because everyone's scared. There's a lot of, going to be good deals out there in real estate, in commercial, in cryptos, and in stocks, and whatever your cup of tea is. I'm not into stocks. I'm more into real estate, Bitcoin, and businesses versus paper assets because I think those things are kind of rigged and they're just shadziamis, and I don't like middlemen, and so that's why I don't get into those, but everyone can drink their own cup of tea. Some people like coffee, some people like tea, and I'm okay with both the situations. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you could click the like button. Don't take no for an answer. Peace.